Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. It's match day 25 in a league. Just 10 games remaining in the season, and at the moment it's looking like PSG are going to win the league. It is like 13 points. They are 12 points ahead of a second place Marseille. And at the moment, the main question is, can they win the league without losing a single game? Unless something big happens, I think PSG are going to be the champions. But the main question after that is, who is going to finish where in Europe at the moment? Second place Marseille up until sixth place Lyon. All of them are in those European positions, but there's just 10 points between them, so any of them could be in the Champions League and some of them could drop down to Europa League as well. So that is a big fight that we have to keep an eye on. And then of course it's the relegation battle. 14th place Nantes up until 18th place Montpellier. 5 teams, just 9 points, fighting it out, making sure that they are not the ones who end up getting relegated to League 2. So let's go ahead and make our prediction for this weekend. I think there's going to be there are a very couple of exciting games that could really shape up the table at the end of the weekend. So let's start. The first game, it is Toulouse versus Monaco. It is sorry, it is 8th versus 4th. Now Toulouse, they have been really inconsistent throughout the season, and they are coming to this game as well like 2 draws, 2 wins, and a defeat in their last 5 games. They won their last 2 games, so they would be feeling a bit happy. They are playing against a Monaco side who are probably the most inconsistent side, to be very honest with you. Their last 5 games have been win, lose, win, lose, win. So you don't really know which Monaco are gonna turn up on the match day. I think Toulouse are playing really good football, and as I said, both of them are quite hard to predict, and that is why I'm gonna stay on the fence. I expect goals in this game, but I don't expect a winner. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Toulouse and Monaco. Moving on, it is a Rennes versus a PSG. It is 11th versus a 1st. And now Rennes are in a really good position at the moment. Their last 5 games have been 4 wins and just 1 defeat. They have really turned their season around. A month ago, it looked like it was going to be really bad for them, but they've turned it around, and they are, almost basically looking like they are going to be safe, and they're going to be in the league this next season as well. Playing against the PSG side, who, as I said, they are unbelievable at the moment. They lost to midweek in the Champions League against Liverpool. That was a very hard fought, and it felt like a sucker punch considering right at the end against Liverpool. So that may be lingering on their mind, because I think their main concentration is going to be on the Champions League for PSG. But this is an important game at the moment. I think it'll be very, very tough. It will be very hard for PSG because they are the away side, and they already played as such a draining game in the Champions League. And as I said, their focus could be on the Liverpool game for the next thing, and I think that could really help Rennes, and they are playing really good, and that is why I think PSG are going to drop points here, and that is why I think it is not going to be a win for PSG. I'm going for a very, very hard-fought 0-0 draw between Rennes and PSG. Moving on, it is Lille versus Montpellier. It is 5th versus 18th. Now Lille, they have won 3 of their last 5 games. They've lost 2 as well, but they are one of those sides who are going to play that the way that they want to. They are going to play that exciting brand of football, and they are going to try to outscore you. They are playing against a Montpellier side who have lost their last 6 games in a row. They are right at the bottom of the table. It is not looking good for them, and unfortunately for them, I think it is going to be another defeat as well. I think Lille are being the home side as well, and seeing the competition, I think it's going to be an easy win for them, and it could turn out to be a very bad day at the office for Montpellier as well. I'm going for a 3-0, but it could easily be a 4-0, 5-0 a win for Lille. Then we have Marseille versus Lyon. It is 2nd versus 9th. Now Marseille themselves, they are in a really good form. Like, they have won 4 of their last 5 games. They lost 1, and that loss basically has summed up the league title, if I'm being very honest with you. Like, if that 10 points, maybe you can catch PSG now 13 points behind, but they know they have to make sure that they finish in the European place, in the Champions League, and they have to continue winning their games. You never know in football, and everything can change. They are playing against a Lyon side who are in a dreadful situation at the moment. Last 4 games have been defeats, and unfortunately for them, I don't think it is going to change this weekend as well. Marseille, as I said, I believe they are going to try to make sure they fight up until the end, and I think they are going to look at the Lyon side who are not in a really good form, and they are the home side as well, Marseille, and I think they are going to win it, and I think it's going to be a comfortable win as well. I'm going for a 3-0 win for Marseille. Then we have Brest versus Angers. It is 10th versus 13th. Now both of them are coming into this game with not that much of a good form. Just 1 win in their last 5 games. Both of them are struggling for form-wise. There's a 6-point difference between them as well. Angers, they are just a bit ahead of the pack below them, or fighting it out for relegation. So Angers, no, they cannot really afford to drop that many points, because they could be sucked back down into that relegation fight, and they would really not want that. Brest, on the other hand, it's really hard for them to qualify for Europe at the moment, if I'm being very very honest with you. But you never know, a couple of good results for them and bad results above them could change the scenario as well. I think it's going to be a very interesting game. Onjo's away from home are quite good, surprisingly, and Brest, you never know with Brest, they could give you any type of game you want. But I'm gonna sit on the fence in this one, but I'm expecting goals there. I'm going for a 2-all draw between Brest and Onjo. Then we have Nantes versus Strasbourg, 14th versus 7th. Nantes, they won twice in their last 5 games. They've lost 3 games as well. They are, they are 14 at the moment, but the points between them and the other teams, it is really tough for Nantes at the moment. You could say they are the safest of the 5, but as I said before, things could change very, very quickly at the moment. They are playing against the Strasbourg side, who are undefeated in their last 4 games, 3 wins and a draw, and they are trying to get closer to the teams above them. They want to somehow get into those European places, and they are the closest one as well, and they are going to look at this game and they are going to expect a win here, and I think they are going to get a win here as well. I think it will be a very, very close game, but I think in the end Strasbourg are going to nick it. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Strasbourg. And then it's a massive game. It is at the bottom of the table. It is Ligue versus Saint Etienne. It is 16th versus 17th. Now Ligue, I think I really did not think at the start of the season that they are going to be in a relegation zone at this time of the season, but they are there. They are playing. They won twice in their last 5 games as well. They are sort of starting to get back the results that they were having at the start of the season. So they are in a sort of a good form. They are playing against Saint Etienne side, who are winners in the last 5 games, 4 defeats, and also they are coming into this game with not a good form. Lièvre being the home side as well. I think it is going to be a good game of football, and I think Lièvre are going to get that win, and are going to get the win and going to get those 3 massive points that are going to help them in this fight. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Lièvre. Then it's another massive game. It is Reims versus Auxerre. It is 15th versus 12th. And now, to be very honest with you, I really cannot believe Reims are in this situation. They have lost their last 5 games, 6 games to be very honest with you, and it is not working out for them. Whatever they are trying, it is not working. They are right at the bottom of the table, and this could, it could be a very well situation that by the end of the weekend they are in the bottom 3. They are just a place above Lièvre in 15th position. They are playing against Auxerre side who are not doing that good themselves. Like they've been very inconsistent, if I'm being very honest with you. But you can sort of expect that from a team who has just come up last season from Ligue 2. I think it's going to be a very close game, and unfortunately for Reims, I just think they are going to lose again, because everything is going wrong for that club, and it is going wrong for them at the moment. And Auxerre, they are one of those teams that can really surprise you, and they can get a result, and I think they are going to get a result this weekend as well. I don't think it's going to be a good game of football. I think it's not going to be anything fancy. I think it's going to be a scrappy game, but I think Auxerre are going to add to Reims' misery. I'm going for a very low scoring 1-0 win for Auxerre. And we end the weekend with a very big game. It is Nice versus Lyon. It is third versus 6th. Now Nice are in a really good form. Their last 5 games, they are undefeated. Last 4 games, 4 wins in a row. So they are coming into this game with a lot of confidence. They are playing against a Lyon side who are 6th in the table. They are 3 wins in their last 5 games themselves as well, and they are trying to get into those Champions League places, trying to get into those Europa League places. It's a big game, and Nice have a big chance to get closer to Marseille. They're just 3 points behind Marseille, and they would want to overtake them and be that a second team in the league as well. So it's going to be a very good game of football. A lot of rivalries for different reasons happening in this game, and I think we are going to expect goals in this game, and I think we are going to get a winner as well. I think these are going to continue their winning streak here, and I think unfortunately for Lyon, they are going to suffer a defeat here. I'm going for a very hard fought 2-1 win for Nice. And with that, my predictions for Matchday 21 of Ligue, Matchday 25 of Ligue is completed. They are going to be, as I said, I think they are going to be quite an interesting result this weekend. That is going to have, shake up the table, to be very honest with you, at the bottom of the table and at the top of the table as well. Let me know what you guys think of my predictions in the comment section below. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.